DJ, how do you feel about playing the point? How much do you want to play it? How much would you like to play the two guard, and why?
Well, we haven't established that yet in practice. Right now, coach been playing me on and off the ball. I mean, really, it doesn't matter to me what position I play. Coach is going to put me in the best position that he thinks is going to, be a success for the team. So right now, we're kind of experimenting things right now.
How's it going? How is that going?
It's going great. We got a group of veteran guys. So when I'm on the point, they help me out a lot. And then when I'm off the ball, we got some young guys who's coming in playing the point. So I think it's going to be all right.
Could you go over Foster and Washington and Shep and what their strengths are, each one of them?
I think Devin might be one of the best passers I've seen in a long time.
Passers.
Yeah, his decision making coming off the pick and roll is like one of the best I've seen coming through this program. Isaiah, I think he's going to be a great defender for us. He's long, athletic. Then he got a nice set shot. And Shep just going to be a tough-nosed Chester guard, coming in, playing hard every possession, defending and rebounding. I think that's going to be his role.
DJ, how much more comfortable are you playing the point after having to do it so much a couple years ago, and it may be a little bit last year, but 2 years ago you were kind of forced into that role?
I think I'm very comfortable. I think now that coming into the season, I really didn't know if I was or not, so I kind of prepared myself just in case. But I'm sure coach is going to play me some at the point. All season, I worked on ball handling, playing the point and things like that. So I think I'm fairly comfortable.
For each of you guys, Coach talked about some new defined leadership roles with all you as captains. Can you talk about a little bit some of those roles and what your responsibilities are as captains?
Yeah, I'll start off. As you know, DJ was a huge leader last year for us, and meeting with Coach, me and BT had to step up and assist him, give him some help out there with the younger guys coming in, especially with a big younger class coming in. So our job is to help DJ one and step up and be a more vocal leader and really take charge out there in practice. The voice doesn't always have to come from coach; it could come from us as well. So just being out there and being a vocal leader is one of the main things that we're going to go out there and do.
For me, it's just learning from these guys and try to become the best leader that I can become by listening to DJ and Ross and the other older guys who have been here before, and that's pretty much my job, is to learn from them and help the younger guys, because I was a freshman not too long ago.
I think just for all of us, just coming to practice every day, raising the level of competition, trying to maximize guys' ability every day in practice, and just like Ross said, not always letting coach be the one to correct guys or get on guys about mistakes, and it come from us, because ultimately we are leaders of the team. So I think it's good for when the guys see us stepping up and taking that role, especially for the younger guys. And really just coming every day, working hard, and just showing guys how to work and what we expect from them. I think that's really our leadership role.
Coach mentioned that you each have specific duties as leaders. I think Brandy said you had to keep a certain area of the locker room clean or something. How do you enforce that, and how does that make you feel? How does that empower you as a leader, I guess, to just feel like you're a captain on this team?
I think it helps me come out of my comfort zone of calling guys out, picking up the trash. That's usually something that gets overlooked. But now that I got to be the head of the locker room, I gotta tell guys what to do and when to clean up. So it helps me become a better leader and know when to say something to the players.
Brandon, Patrick is known as sometimes, all the time, demanding coach. He can really get in your face, and it can be uncomfortable. I think he wants it to be uncomfortable sometimes. How have you adapted to that, if at all? Did you have a coach like that before? And how has that played out over your career so far?
In high school I had a coach somewhat like that, and it's just I don't try to look at it as him trying to get in my face. It's more him wanting me to do better and him knowing that I have more to give. So I look at it as him caring about me as a player.
DJ, it seems like over here, it seems like there's been more give and take this year, just based off of what Patrick was saying to us a couple of minutes ago, as far as the leadership roles, the Twitter stuff. What did you guys? I mean, have you sensed that change in him? And from the last couple of years till now, what do you think's been the biggest, or a few of the biggest differences that you guys have noticed with him?
I think just a matter of him just adapting to the team he has. A lot of times coaches just they know one way, they coach one way, and that's how it's going to be. But I think with him, he's kind of like, you know what, I got a great group of guys, great leaders, so he's trusting us, what he call gives us rope to do things that we like to do. Just try to keep a great environment. He don't want to make it seem like it's like just Patrick Chambers' way. He wanted to give us some input, and I think that's what helps the team chemistry and the locker room and just the vibe with the coaches.
Do you feel like maybe you guys had to still get there, even though you've been in this program for a while, maybe just still working on earning that trust, that leeway, and everything, that you've sort of reached this point where you can maybe have some of the freedoms that you have now that maybe you didn't have?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, you can't just give anybody that type of rope. It got to be earned because, some guys can take advantage of it. But right now he trusts us to make the right decisions. So far, it's been working out for the best. So I think he's going to continue doing it.
Does it mean something to any of you, really, that you have a coach that is a guy who's willing to maybe be flexible with how he's dealing with things? You mentioned that sometimes guys are like, this is how we're going to do stuff, and it never changes, and then to be able to maybe work into something a little different than how it used to be.
Yeah, I think it makes it better as a player, just to know that your coach has that much confidence in you. And, you can kind of talk to him and reason with him sometimes about certain things. And because a lot of times, we're around all the players, so we kind of know, like, what they want or some of the things they have concerns about, some of the things he don't hear because he's not in our locker room. So we can kind of relay that message to him, and, he'll take feedback from us, and, he'll make changes.
DJ, I know last year, here in the back, in the offseason, there was that period where you didn't take any shots out of a certain range, kind of working on developing the shot by kind of focusing on one particular aspect of it. Anything in that way, whether it's the shot or another aspect of your game that you've kind of taken that same approach, whether it's you or you've seen other guys do it this offseason?
Well, I still work on my shot. I still come in and just get set lifts. But on this offseason, I kind of worked on everything, mostly leadership roles. This year we had the program come in. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that. It was where Marines come in and kind of challenge us on leadership and mental toughness. So like us right here up here, we took it real personal as far as leadership and just trying to get down on how those guys see leadership, and because for them it's a different aspect. For us, we're not good leaders. We probably lose a few games. For those guys, their life is dependent on it. So just to see that this different aspect in their eyes and how we're leaders was just good for us to see. And that's the main thing I've been working on, is being a leader for this team.
He was careful not to cite a specific goal in mind for the season as far as win totals or place in the Big Ten or postseason destinations. Is that something that's come up with you guys in the Leadership Council at all?
Yeah, of course. We all have goals, but right now it's October 14th. It's so much time left right now. You can't kind of make predictions. Right now we're just focused on coming in every day with a great attitude and getting better. We got some young guys who we got to teach the system to. So right now that's what we're focused on.
DJ, kind of on that note, and this is for you, Ross, too. Patrick said you guys want to play every rep in practice, both of you, and you guys are used to playing heavy minutes in games, but he wants to make sure he gets some of the younger guys reps in practice. How have you handled that, and how will you handle it if he wants to play everybody 28 to 30 minutes in the game because you've got more depth this season?
Yeah, well, how we handle the reps in practice is kind of what we alluded on earlier in the previous question. It's just us three really taking the time to really watch the freshmen, what spots they're in, and how they're moving within the offense, and really making those corrections if they're messing up. The earlier we make the corrections now, the less we'll have to make the corrections in the game. So we're trying to get them up to speed, transferring from the high school level to the college level, so we can utilize them during the game.
Guys, one of the things that was highlighted in the off-season was a new strength and conditioning program. Can you talk about how it's helped you guys and how you feel physically going into the season?
I mean, I think everybody has made tremendous gains in the weight room, and you know, guys who need to gain weight have gained weight, who need to lose weight has lost weight. So I think Spade, our strength and conditioning coach, has done a great job with us, and will continue to do a great job with us throughout the season.
Anything else? Everybody, all players and staff will be available in the practice gym for about 15 to 20 minutes.